I am annoyed and I want to talk to you guys about it, okay? I've got some stuff to get off my chest, so we're gonna get ready. We're gonna do some makeup. We're gonna have a good time, and we're gonna just kind of like have a vent sesh. There is a lot going on right now that I want to get my feelings out about. This is the beginning of the new beginning. This is not the beginning of the end. No matter what people are out here saying the beauty community is crumbling, yes, it sure is, but it is time for a rebirth, not for a funeral, okay? Does that sound good to you? It sounds good to me. Okay, let's get into the video. I'm just kind of gonna be getting ready. I'm not gonna talk a whole lot about what I'm using, just to kind of give you a little quick rundown of what I'm gonna be grabbing for. I'm gonna use the Modern Renaissance today. It has been so long since I've pulled this out. And then I have like a little tin of just ColourPop singles that I'm gonna be using too. So there is a lot going on right now. I told myself that I was not gonna get involved, but here I am. So the reason that I didn't want to, I think this is a dirty brush because the color I just picked up is not that dark. The reason I didn't want to get involved is because I just don't like giving negativity attention. That is not my style. You guys know that. It's just not what I enjoy. So whatever, I usually just kind of let things go, let people hash out their stuff and move right along. But we have gotten to a point now in the beauty community where we are allowing like a handful of people to ruin the entire community. What I want to do today in this video, first of all, is to stand up for people like myself who do not have bad intentions, who just enjoy makeup and enjoy making videos and also like to make a living doing it. I also want to clear up a lot of misinformation that is going around right now regarding sponsorships, regarding how much money people make, all of that. There's so much misinformation going around right now because, and it's not completely anybody's fault, but we are on a platform where everybody makes such a different amount of money. Like someone who has the same channel as my size could be making substantially more money than me or substantially less money than me. It's just so different. So when you start to hear numbers and people start throwing around numbers, you're like, oh, well, their channel is this size, so everybody around this channel size must be making this amount. That's not necessarily true. Wow, this palette is great. I forgot how good this palette was. I have not used this in so long. So the first thing I want to talk about that I'm annoyed with is people not disclosing sponsorships. Why? Why for yourself? Why to the brand you're working with, and why to your audience? I genuinely don't understand. When I'm excited to do a sponsorship or work with a brand or an opportunity that I've gotten, for me, it's respectful to not only myself and you guys, but the brand that I got the opportunity to work with them. And I'm not like a kiss ass, but at the same time, they didn't have to give me that opportunity. They could have gone to any other influencer and given that person the opportunity, but they chose me. I'm just like, yeah, I'm working with this brand. This is great. Now, maybe the reason people don't do it is if they're not proud of the brand they're working with, which I would reply to, why are you taking a sponsorship with said brand anyway? I think a lot of people have seen how much money that you can make and get very greedy. I think money is, I hate talking negatively about money because money is great. It's wonderful. It provides you with a million opportunities in life that not having money would not allow you to. Money is not the devil. It's what people do with it. Money is no different than this eyeshadow palette. It is an object. It is a thing. And we put a certain value on that thing. And I get that we're like a whole society and this and that, and it just, that's how the world works. I totally get it. But if you could get to the headspace of this is money, this is money, this is money, this is money. Like, it's not this like horrible thing, but people allow it to be so horrible. They allow it to make them do things that they wouldn't do otherwise. I just feel like money and people can only be as damaging as we allow them to be. The only person you can have accountability for is yourself. And that's why I just usually do not like to talk about this kind of thing, because I'm just like, I worry about myself, and that is that. I don't care what other people are doing, but it has genuinely gotten to the point where the actions of some people are affecting this community as a whole, and I'm so annoyed with it. I guess what I'm getting at is, as a viewer, it is so important that you guys give power to the right people. It is so, and I'm a viewer too. I like completely, when I'm like talking to you guys, I'm not trying to be preachy. I'm like talking to myself and other influencers too, because obviously we make YouTube videos. We are so involved in this community. We are very invested in this community. All I'm trying to get at is, if you are tired of seeing a certain person or a certain type of video flourishing and making tons of money, getting tons of views, if you're tired of it but you're still sitting there watching it, you're part of the problem. Because I'll be the first to tell you, I'm not going to be making videos that get horrible views on my channel. It's not a smart way for me to use my time. So by watching certain things, you are indirectly sending a message of what you want. Sorry, my chair is squeaking. I don't know. It's like, can you guys hear that? Sorry if that's annoying. We all know that YouTube works on a views system. So if you are tired of seeing certain things, stop watching it. Period. That is the loudest message you can send, is to stop watching it and to stop giving it attention. The other thing that I wanted to talk about is the misinformation regarding, oh, that got really pink. That's not what we're going for. There's a lot of misinformation going around about money, and I think because of that, people are somewhat assuming that we are all like these super highly paid, you know, entitled, just whatever, horrible people, I guess. Marlena, which I absolutely love, I have been following her channel since before I had a channel, and she recently made a video like sharing a lot of her experience in the industry, not only as an influencer but as a brand owner, and just so much of what she said, I was like, true. She did drop some numbers, and I was just like, oh man, like, not to say like cat's out of the bag, like it's a bad thing, but it does allow for like angsty conversations, and you know what I mean? Like, people just get so invested when they find out how much money people are making, and they get upset and jealous and like, why am I not making that kind of money? I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I've been jealous of what other YouTubers make. I'm like, I'm a YouTuber, why am I not making that? I feel like money is always kind of a taboo thing, and a lot of times jobs, they just don't really talk about it. Like, I don't know how much a CEO of like, I don't know, a pet store makes. Like, it's just not something that's like super talked about. But because YouTube is this platform of sharing, and the fact that we are all just like normal people, we're not celebrities, we're not actors and actresses, I feel like there's this connection that we have, like normal person to normal person. So I think people expect a lot from us, and they expect to know a lot from us, because they kind of feel like, you know, we're friends, we should talk about this, like we should be open about it. And, you know, not to say that that shouldn't be, I don't know a whole lot of other industries where people just go around talking about how much money they make. I don't think that necessarily should be expected of people. I don't think there's anything wrong with it either though. So I'm kind of in this weird spot where, obviously I just made a video talking about some videos that I did that have performed really well on my channel, and I did drop some numbers of like the video's entire lifespan, how much money it made me, and I was really nervous to upload that because it's just taboo. I chose to upload it just because I'm like, who cares at this point? Like, everybody's dropping numbers, like who cares? I do just want to say though that like when it comes to brand deals, the number varies so much. Not all of us take sponsorships that are not going to serve us well, serve you well, serve the brand well. Like, the products that we don't like we don't all do that. I know there's a lot of people that get so wrapped up in, oh my god, I've got all this money, it's wonderful, like let's keep making more money. And again, I don't think there's anything wrong with making money. There's nothing wrong with being successful. It's when you give money the power to change you as a person and change your morals and integrity, that's when it becomes a problem. I do sponsorships. I just do. I do coupon codes because I know myself. I know that I will only work with brands that I personally feel I align with, that they have similar values and standards and morals, products that I like. There are a lot of things that I consider when I work with a brand, and I do work with brands every once in a while. I don't think I'm one of those channels that's like over sponsory, but I am gonna do a sponsorship every once in a while. I'm excited to have the opportunity to do that. I'm so grateful that I have this platform, that I have created this for myself, this life that I have allowed myself to have. I've worked really, really hard for it, and so if an opportunity comes around that I feel suits me well, will suit you guys well, I'm gonna take it. I'm always gonna tell you. I have turned down so many though, and I don't ever talk about it because it doesn't matter. I feel like it matters now because things are coming to light of people not doing the right thing. You guys, I have turned down thousands of dollars over the years. Thousands and thousands of dollars because it didn't align with me. I didn't feel like it would be well received by you guys, and overall I felt like it would compromise my integrity. There was one, I was so upset that I couldn't do it. There was this one brand deal, I think it was, I don't know, maybe 2016 or something. And I'm not gonna say who, it really doesn't matter, but this company reached out to me and offered me $6,000, which to most people, I mean, maybe not to these people who are making six figures or whatever for a video, but to most people, like $6,000 is like, wow, I'm gonna be living pretty good for the next few months. Like, it's a lot of money. So they reached out, they immediately offered me that money. They said, you know, we've seen other videos similar to this on your channel that you've done that have performed really well. We would like to offer you this for a video sharing our product, blah, blah, blah. Then I got to the product and was like, I can't. I just couldn't. It was hard. It was really hard for me. It was really hard on my relationship because I told Brock about it and he's like, oh, well, just try it. Like, because the reason I didn't take it is because it was a product that a friend of mine had a horrible, horrible experience with, and was a product I knew to be bad. Like, I hadn't personally used it, so whatever, I didn't give it the chance, but it was a product that a friend of mine had a horrible experience with, and several people that I knew. I was working at Sally Beauty Supply for, not at the time I was offered the sponsorship, but I had worked there for a long time, and a bunch of people came in because of an issue with this specific product that I was working there, so it was like my job to help fix. And so like in my soul, I was like, I just can't do that. Like, I can't recommend to thousands of people to use a product that I literally spent so long working at an establishment to help people fix, if that makes sense. So anyway, not to go on like a tirade or look at me like how great I am turning down all this money for you guys. It wasn't really for you guys. It was for me because I personally couldn't live with myself recommending something that I knew to be bad. So yeah, of course it was to protect you guys. But like for me, I want to be able to sleep at night knowing that I'm not like promoting some crap stuff. Not every single person in this industry is evil. Not every single person in this industry has bad intentions. I am not a person to get on here and be like, ooh, look at me, I'm so real, blah, 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 like I'm the realist. I truly feel like the people who get on and are like, yeah, I'm the realist, are actually the fakest. Like, if you have to sit there and tell people that you're so real, like it's almost like you're trying to convince yourself. If you have to constantly say something, I'm not buying it. Like, I've literally never, sorry, I'm not trying to flip you guys off. I have literally never gotten on here and been like, I am so real, so real. Because my actions reflect it. I don't have anything to prove. You guys know who I am because of the way I act and carry on and do business and whatever. Watch out. I'm sorry to be like, I guess shady a little bit, but watch out for people who are like, ooh, I'm the realist. Like, they're probably trying to convince themselves of that, not you. people just intentionally causing drama for clout. Bye. Stop, it's annoying. Okay, my card got full, so I did some things off camera for my liner. I just used this. This is the NYX Matte Liquid Liner. It is so amazing. And then I just finished off my lower lash line. We're doing mascara, roller lash, and I kind of forgot what I was saying. I think the gist of it was that please don't assume that, like, as a consumer, if you try something on the recommendation of an influencer, whether it was sponsored or not, don't automatically go for blood and think they're being a bad person. There are so many. Okay, the only thing I hate about this liquid liner is that it gets in your lashes and makes mascara hard. I guess the only thing I would ask is that don't automatically assume that there's some kind of bad intent. If there's a track record and a history, like, okay, assume all you want, because as far as I'm concerned, that person did that to themselves. But, like, you know, I don't know, I guess I'm speaking for myself, like, not that this has really happened, but if I was to recommend something and you go out and buy it and you're really excited and you're like, oh, Kate said this was great and, you know, I want to buy it, whatever, you get it home and you just think it's the worst thing in the whole world and it sucks. Like, I promise you, like, I'm not feeding you guys crap. Like, I really am not. If I am saying I like something, I like it. And there are so many other influencers out there who are that way, that don't have any bad intent. There are some people who literally just don't care and will recommend anything for money or anything to stay on PR. I am not that concerned. I think PR is wonderful and it allows me to have you know, early access to products, and of course I am so thankful for everything that I get, but I'm not going to tell you guys something is good if it's not, just to stay on a PR list. Like, I'm not that pressed. If I need it, I'll go buy it, you know? So while PR is nice, it allows me to have early access so that I can talk about things early, give you guys opinions before it comes out so that you guys know, you know, what I think, if it's good or bad or whatever. If something's bad, I usually don't talk about it. I'm not gonna get on and, like, spend my day being negative. Like, oh my god, you guys, I just got this mascara in PR and it just sucks so bad. Don't go buy it. Like, I don't want to spend my time doing that. If I'm doing like a full face of first impressions or something, which I don't really do those all that often anymore, but say I was, if I don't like something, I'm just gonna say it. I'm not that, like, there's a tactful way to say everything. Just like with the, oh my god, I can't talk. The JACLYN Hill palettes, the video review thingy that I just posted. I think it's probably at this point the last video that I uploaded since this one. I didn't really like it, and there's a tactful way to say everything. Outside of this video, I'm probably not going to talk about this anymore. I just feel like that we're at the point right now where the beauty community is either going to go one of two ways. It is going to get substantially better, which is what I hope for. I think there are so many people with really big platforms that are speaking out on issues that are really important and basically saying, hey, there are good people still in this industry and we're not going to stand for this BS anymore. That's what I'm trying to echo in this video. This is my job, but it's a lot more than that to me as well. You know, I love you guys. I feel like we have a connection. I love getting onto film. I've actually been filming some Halloween videos already, and you guys, I get so re-energized this time of year because filming Halloween videos makes me so happy. And I don't know why I don't do like creative makeup more, because it makes me so happy and it is such an outlet, and I just genuinely love it. It sucks because at this time where I'm like, yes, like I'm feeling on top of the world, I'm so happy, I'm so glad that I'm feeling excited about YouTube again, it's all like crumbling down before my eyes, and people are like, you did this, you're a crappy person, and you're an a-hole, and you're a liar, and you're this, and I'm like, I'm a good person. No one's saying that to me, but trying to prove that you're not what everyone thinks you are. Like right now, everyone thinks that everybody in the beauty community is like evil. It's really hard. I'm not gonna stay hung up on it. I'm gonna just stay in my lane, keep going. and keep just showing you guys who I am. But it is kind of like hard at the same time to be like, I'm so jazzed about life and about creating stuff for you guys, and everything is like kind of falling to shambles around me. But the thing that upsets me about that is we're allowing like this tiny little handful of people to like ruin a community of hundreds and thousands of people who aren't bad, who don't have bad intentions. And so I would just ask you guys to please give us the benefit of the doubt, especially, you know, like I said, the people who don't have a bad track record. Like, give us the benefit of the doubt. We're not here to do you dirty. Okay, lip liner is Oh Snap by ColourPop. This has been my jam lately, and we are going with a Viva Glam 2 from MAC. This is actually a wonderful combo. The lip liner and this lipstick, they go really nicely together. I'm gonna also use this lip gloss from Dose called Barely There. This is the collab they just did with I Love Sada E. I love this gloss. This is the Dior Skin Nude Air Luminizer. That's a mouthful. And the shade 001. We're gonna just do a little something. The last thing that I'm gonna talk about is all of the makeup launches. All of them. Okay, so this kind of goes back to sending a message with your views. We need to send a message with our dollars too. And I am in a position where I receive so much stuff for free. So for me, I get a little bit taken out of what it's like to be a makeup consumer. Now, I have moments where like I'm not on a PR list for something and something comes out and I'm like, oh my God, I have to have it. But I'm like, but I have to feed my family. So then it kind of brings me back down to reality for things that I'm like not on a PR list for. But I'm just thinking about you guys and I'm like, oh my God, like they're probably so bombarded right now with stuff coming out like every week, it feels like. Like it is too much, way too much. I am personally wanting to remove myself from this like PR bubble that I'm in, where I kind of forget what it's like to be purchasing things. Like my makeup collection would not look the way it does if I had to purchase everything on my own. The only reason it's as crazy and massive as it is because I receive so much, and I'm so incredibly grateful for every single thing I receive. But recently, I've just really felt for you guys because I'm like, you know, all of these things are coming out and some of them are so pretty and wonderful and gorgeous and this and that. But it's like, realistically, can we afford to buy it all? No. And then you feel like, you know, something that you had that's still kind of new is like old news, which really sucks. Like, especially after you just got it, you're enjoying it, and then everyone's already like on to something else. Like that's really annoying. It's hard for me too, not really from like a financial perspective, but from a keeping up perspective. I feel like half of my collection I can't even use because it's like no one's interested. This palette today, I was like, I'm gonna use it because I'm not really talking about makeup in this video like I am. I was just kind of like doing my makeup so that it wasn't just me sitting here ranting the whole time. It was just would be more interesting to watch, I felt like. But when I pulled this out, I was like, no one's gonna be interested in that. And I was like, oh yeah, well I'm not really talking about makeup today, so it'll work. And I'm like, this isn't that old. It's still an awesome palette. And I feel that way. Like I'll go to reach for something and I'm like, oh, like what's hot and trending right now? And if it's not, then it just sits there. And I have a lot of makeup just sitting there. And then, you know, if I do a full face, I'm most likely going to be getting onto film because I don't want to waste a good makeup day for nothing. But then if you guys want to know what I used, and it's just like this whole cycle for all of us. It's different for me than it is for you. It affects, you know, an average consumer's pocketbook, and it affects me trying to keep up with everything. And it's like if you're not talking about the new stuff, then no one's watching you, which kind of in turn affects my bank account too. Because if I'm talking about something irrelevant, I'm not going to get the views. It's this whole vicious cycle right now, and I think the more of us that kind of preach the same message, which is let's slow it down. Let's enjoy a palette for a little while. Let's enjoy a concealer, a foundation, a highlighter, or whatever for a little while from a brand before it's like, oh, sorry, that's last week's. Here's the new one. And I really hope that eventually brands start putting their dollars back into quality versus these crazy elaborate PR packages that just end up in the recycle bin, because I have all these like really cute things, and I hang on to a couple like special things that I've gotten over the years. But you guys, I can't hold on to everything. I would be on an episode of Hoarders if I hung on to everything. Even just the other day, I got a package, and it was a big box, and I was opening it outside on the kitchen table, and Brock was out there with me, and I was opening it up and peeling away the packaging and peeling away the packaging, and it was like this little thing, and Brock was like, all of that just for this? And I'm like, yeah, like, yeah, I get why they do it, because the more elaborate and the more eye-catching, the more different from other PR packages, the more likely it is that we will share, which is free promotion for the brands. I've heard a lot of people saying this lately and speaking up, and it's true. Brands don't send it to us just for fun. They don't send it to us just because they want to be our friend or they like us or this or that. They send it because it's free promotion for them, and it's a really cost-effective way to spread a message about a new product by just sending out a free product to people with thousands or millions of people following them and kind of hanging on to their every word. Now there's such an abundance of PR that unless a package is really out there or really like shiny and beautiful, not all of it is getting shared. And so that's why I think the brands are like upping their game and sending stuff with little, like, you know, iPad screen thingies in it. Not like necessarily an iPad, I have seen that done, but like little screens or like really lavish packaging or extras that are in the PR box. And like, of course, I am so grateful. I think it's, you know, so generous. But at the same time, how am I wording this? We're seeing more products pushed to us and they're lower quality. And I feel like that's because companies are not putting their dollars in the right place. And I'm not a cosmetic company, so I don't know what their budgeting or their accountants, whatever, I don't know what it looks like. All I can guess is that they're spending so much money on PR that they might be skimping on the back end for the products just for the sake of pushing it out, because the more we talk about something, the more you guys buy it, and then they're like, okay, well now we want to put something else out. We want another launch because we want more sales. And they're not wrong for thinking that way. They're a business. Where I think it gets to be wrong is if they're pushing things out with lower quality, and this isn't one specific brand, this is a lot of brands. A total sidestep to all of that is just the environmental impact. You guys, like, I get packages every single day. Every single day. I go to the mailbox, there's a package. I get a call from the office at my complex. Hey, we've got some packages up here for you. FedEx, UPS, at my door, packages. It's like a joke now with like my people delivering like straight to the house, like UPS and FedEx. They're like, hey, you know, how are you doing? Like, we're on a first name basis, okay? We know each other. And I've had to explain that I don't have a horrible shopping addiction, and no, you don't need to schedule an intervention for me. I am just fine. It's a lot. And so when you're getting a box with, you know, packaging to keep whatever inside safe, that's kind of enough, you know, because I'm gonna throw it away anyway. I just want the product. That's what I'm focused on. You know, I might share on Instagram stories like the package and opening it up and whatever, and that's what they're hoping for, but I don't always do that because I don't want to bombard you guys constantly with that. So there are some things that I don't open on Instagram or whatever, and so then it just ends up being like a lot of waste. And we're getting to the point where there is so much pollution and plastic usage, and I am not the most environmentally conscious person ever, but being in the position I am where I receive so much, it has been so eye-opening to not only just what I get, but as a whole. There are so many influencers getting even more than I do, which is like so much waste, and like just little things that, you know, I saw something on Twitter earlier that was like, there's gonna be more plastic in the ocean than there will be fish by like the year 2050, or maybe it wasn't even that long, maybe it was like 2020, I don't know. But I was like, oh my God, like that is not good. I wish we could just get back to, hey, here's our product. It is so great. We don't need the bells and whistles. Please try it and you're gonna love it. This industry as a whole needs to slow the hell down. Like, pump the brakes, slow down. I don't really think I have anything else to say. I would love to get your opinions on some of the stuff that I talked about in the comments down below, because I know right now we all have an opinion on this. And my main goal and what I want you guys to take away from this is I'm here for you. I have your back. I'm not gonna sell you anything that is stupid. I've always had this rule, and I've always told you guys this. If I would not personally, again, this is sitting here, if I would not personally be like, hey, best friend, I really love this, I think you should have it, I'm not gonna promote it to you guys no matter how much money is offered to me. I need you guys to understand that. If I'm not gonna hand something to my mom, to my best friend, anybody, and say, this is wonderful, you should have it, you should, or, you know, you should go out and purchase this yourself, I'm not going to tell you guys that. I just am not. And I'm never going to sit here and say that on camera again, because I don't have anything to prove to you guys. I'm just wanting to make this clear one time, and we're gonna move on from it. You guys mean so much to me. I feel so blessed and so grateful to have this platform that I do have. And while it's so easy to get caught up in numbers and being like, damn, I just wish my channel had more subscribers, I wish I reached more people. When I take a step back, I'm like, holy crap, like so many people would kill to be in my shoes right now. I am so grateful, and all that other like, oh, I wish I was this and that, and just goes right out the window, because I am so incredibly grateful. Not everybody will have the opportunity to have what I have, and I realize that, and I take that very seriously. That's why I don't want to do anything that would cost my career, and I don't want to do anything that would jeopardize the trust that we have with each other. My hope for this community is healing, is rebuilding, is spreading love, getting back to enjoying makeup and not caring if it's like the most hip, cool thing ever in the whole entire world to use that product or whatever. Like, I hope we can get to the point where I'm like, hey, I'm gonna pull out my Naked One palette that they just laid to rest and had a freaking, they had a, oh wait, I was trying to be dramatic and I couldn't think of the word. Funeral. They had a funeral for. If I want to pull that palette out, I want to know that it's like cool. It's like, yeah, cool, use that, whatever. Like, it doesn't have to be like the most blingy, flashy thing in the whole world. So that's what I hope. I hope that people stop acting like entitled little bratty kids. If you want more money, make more videos. Okay, it's that easy, because if you are pumping out videos, you're getting views, you're getting paid on the views. I don't know why, they're a little fuzzy. I don't know why people are acting like the only way to get money is brand deals. Like, if you want to make more money, sit your butt down and get to work. I don't have anything against sponsorships. I think they're wonderful and great when they align with the influencer and the brand and everything is like, ooh, perfect harmony. But if it's not, turn it down. Make a video, you're gonna get paid on views. So that's more like a note to influencers, and even to myself, because I've gotten so down about, you know, paychecks not being how they used to be. And I'm like, girl, of course they're not. Like, sit down and get to work. Like, that's what it comes down to. So I hope people can realize that you don't have to collab with a brand with making a makeup product. You don't have to sell your soul to the devil and promote a crappy product just to get paid. Like, get to work, girlfriend. If you guys can't tell, I'm really happy. I'm in a good place right now. And I hate to even be talking about something negative like this, because I am like genuinely in such a good place and so excited to create content for you guys right now. And I hope that translates. So like I said, this is gonna be the last like drama type video I talk about, because it's just like, not with me, it's over my head. I'm gonna have a good time and live my best life. Again, this has been such a long video, I know. Thank you so much for hanging out with me and spending this part of your day or night with me. It means so much, and I appreciate every single one of you who, whether you're subscribed or not, just took the time to watch and hear me out. So thanks for that. Sending you guys all my love, and I will see you in my next normal video. Okay, bye.